welcome to this windy day. So great. So we're gonna start with some loosening exercises, and as I was explaining before, this is a little more vigorous than your usual typical Tai Chi class. So you want to pace yourself and take it easy. And if you need to sit down or lie down, feel free. I run it more like a comfy shoe camp than a boot camp. So we'll do a little bit, but not too much. So Barry and Ollie really try and murder your arms and legs, but I do a little less. So anyway, posture. So we're going to be in Muchi posture. So we've got our feet parallel. We've got our toes pointing forward. If your feet got stuck on outwards when you were first put together, you might want your feet out a bit. And yeah, I popped outside briefly because I thought, oh, I fancy doing some standing, and I thought, no, I don't. So standing practice. And then what you want is you want your chin balancing, resting on an imaginary ball that's floating in water. So what that does is that stretches the back of your neck, and you're floating. You imagine you're floating through your back way point, the crown of your head acupuncture point on the Governor Vessel Meridian. And as this floats, as the head floats, the hips sink, and then you want to feel a good contact with the ground. So I was given some horrendous groundwork exercises. We'll do some modified versions of them. We may have another couple of people come in, I don't know, but we had a whole bunch for the Healthy Youth Festival, but they all seem to have... One of them said, oh, I really want to come back. And I'm like, we'll come back then. But anyway, nice and relaxed. Things to do on a windy day, and we're just breathing. So notice the air as it goes into your body. So just notice the breath go in. Here we go. Okay, notice the breath come out. Brilliant. Well done. So we're just breathing at the moment. You've not really missed much. We ended up having a bit of a chat, and then I was like, So when you breathe, place your hands on your tummy and just feel that go in and out. So yeah, it's pretty windy over where I am. It's quite cool. And then place your hands on your back and breathe into your hands in your back. Nice and tall. And then one in the front, one in the back. Breathe into your hands. So I learned this one from Eva. So Barry's dog sitting at the moment. Dogs come to stay with him, and he really likes bouncing around Barry while Barry's trying to teach Tai Chi. It's really fun. The cat's made itself scarce. I don't think it likes the wind. There's this very nice cat I've been hanging out with. And then we go the other way. So just breathe into the hands. So while you're breathing into the hands, I mean, it's very moving, there's a lot of moving around in the environment. So what you want to do is you want to tune into that very still place. There's this very still, quiet place that we are operating from. So we're moving from stillness, and stillness within movement. Feel free to just very gently adjust your feet. They can move around a bit without you even noticing. Okay, well just tune into the arms a bit, tune into the legs. Just feel that you're standing in your space and you're owning your space. Very, very important for anyone with a condition or something. Just own your space and try and just imagine being very comfortable. Just practice being comfortable. and making space in your body. Make some room in your body. And we're just gently breathing. So we've got loads of space. And then we'll practice the eyes. So you softly looking forwards. And it's this soft, focused, relaxed, but alert gaze. And then you listen behind and above. So notice your environment. So you're not just focusing either what's out there and what's inside. You're focusing on everything. So you're focusing on what you're feeling, what you're sensing, what's your mood like, what's going on. And then you're also very aware of what is around you. Because Tai Chi Chuan means fist, Tai Chi Chuan is a martial art. So you want to be aware of what's going on. You're just breathing in and out. Okay, let's just start with some loosening. Now, again, so what's happening is this is quite still. This is quite still. My hips are moving like that. My knees may be moving slightly forwards and back, but I'm keeping the movement as energy efficient as possible. So there's the stillness within the movement. So tune into that quiet, still place. So later on we'll be doing some punches and kicks. We might be doing some rolling around again. You can join in with as much or as little as you like. This is soft shoe camp. Yay! It's not quite slippers and sofa camp, but it's kind of on the boot camp, slippers and sofa camp continuum. So we're stopping at comfy shoes in the middle. So you want to, that's it. Now your knees, you want your knees in line with the toes. And then gently draw the toes in. Not too much, but you want to relax around the ankles, relax around the feet, and then draw the toes in a little so that you activate the arches of the feet. So the feet are ready to spring into action. I know it's Friday morning, but hey, springing into action. And we're nice and tall. We're nice and tall, and I'll just show you that from the back. We're noticing the waist turning. So, yeah, Barry did nasty arm exercises. They were very character building. I probably won't share many of them, if at all, because it was like, no, I'm not doing that. I want my students to come back. And he's got I've noticed this class, he teaches this in martial art foundation exercises, and they're really, really very good conditioning, aerobic, very good. But not many students now. Now we're all back to semi-normal. Whereas his Friday night class, which is all stretching and lying around and just flopping, lots of people in that, but there's over about 15, 16 people in that class, it's great. Really good. So we're turning the waist, knees in line with the toes. Now look at your own picture to check if what you're doing is correct or not, and it's fine. Everybody will move different because we're all different. So you translate what I'm doing into how it personally works for you. How am I breathing? So we just start with a bit of loosening, and then we just raise the arms up, feel the chest open. Now I've got my arms in front of the centre line so I can see my hands in my peripheral vision. This is great. And hopefully the Wi-Fi will last in this wind. It's been a little bit, I was noticing in Barry's class, it was a little bit freezy-fied sometimes, but we'll manage. So nice and tall. Just relax, 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 relax. Feel everything relax. Breathe in and out. Oh. Okay, let the arms relax. Check your posture. Things may have moved. So soft, focused, relaxed but alert gaze as you listen behind and above. And the eyes are like that of a sleepy tiger. That's what they call it traditionally when you practice your soft focused gaze. They call it sleepy tiger eyes. So, and it's the year of the tiger, so that's good. Again, soft in the knees, springy feeling in the legs. And we're going to do bounce and shake. So bounce and shake come in very useful when we're doing punching. So we're going to be doing a lot of punching today and also some rolling around and coming up punching. Because I did it, not with the punching with Barry, but I've done stuff like that before with Ollie Bats. He does get on the ground and punch, and it's quite a useful thing, and it's quite good, and it tones you up. So we'll be like you're shaking out wrinkles in a big rug. And shake. So, yeah, Barry's class, it's an hour long, but we always run out of time. And it was fantastic this morning, it was great, but I can really feel my arms now. And back to bounce. Now when I did shake with Eva, we did it for about between 5 and 10 minutes, just shaking. And it really, it's quite hard, but try it out at home maybe. And then we just, so drop the arms, they fall up, drop the arms, they fall down, drop the arms, show you from the side. So I'm doing my sleepy tiger eye gaze, and I'm using the momentum generated by the hips dropping, and the knees are loose and unlocked. So this was one of the loosening exercises I learned from Andrew Heckert in Philadelphia. I think he's still teaching Tai Chi. He's got a little Zoom class and stuff. He's one of the many instructors with Parkinson's. So Master Fred Howe, he's also got Parkinson's, teaches Tai Chi in Taiwan. And you've got Andrew, and then Dan Doherty, before he passed, he was teaching Tai Chi. I don't know if there's any others, but it's quite good. So you can still do quite a lot. So we're just dropping. But this was one of the exercises. I spent a whole weekend actually doing this exercise. Turn the palms up. So you're pivoting around the elbow joint. You're pivoting around the elbow joint and feeling the chest open. And we're nice and tall. Nice and tall. Owning our space. Very important for everybody, but especially women, actually, that we feel comfortable. You know, it'll be International Women's Day coming up very soon, and we want to feel comfortable owning our space, because we can. We've got just as much right to own our space as anybody else, and we're going to do that, you know. There we are. Okay, I will turn around. Okay, loosening exercise number 1, not learned from Master Chung. There we go, he was from Malaysia. And produces gold medalists, Tai Chi champions. Very good, but this is one of the exercises I learned from him. And we just, nice and relaxed, nice and relaxed. We're breathing, that's it. And you want to be in touch with your body, so you actually physically want to be touching along the front and along the back. Let's have a look. And the arms are loose, soft arms, but with a little bit of alertness in. So in the yin-yang symbol, there's a dot, there's a little bit of the other bit in that symbol. So within yang, there's a little bit of yin. Within yin, there's a little bit of yang. It's a bit like this. So these aren't fully relaxed and loose. There's a little bit of alertness and vibrancy within the relaxation. So like in One thing Mike talks about is the tent strings. Strings on the tent, and when they're correctly, when a tent is correctly put up, and all the tension's there, and then it just sort of stands up, it's that kind of relaxed. There we go, so we transfer the weight, So weight transfer, very useful for punching. Oh, very useful for balance, knowing what your feet are doing. So we'll work our way from the ground up with our mobilisations. And again, apologies if the Wi-Fi is a little patchy in places. I think it's Okay, 4 more times. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. And then we just let the arms drop, and we're feeling the springs in our legs. So we're doing bouncing at the same time. And we're doing our sleepy tiger eyes. So the sleepy tiger eye, it's got almost like a metallic, like a sword, cutting. When I trained with Master Master Ping, she's amazing. She's like a 7th degree. She should be at least more than that, actually. She's a very short lady who's got like cauliflower ears because she did lots of competition. She does wrestling and kung fu and grappling and punching, kicking. She knows 5 different styles of Tai Chi alone and all these different kung fus because she got headhunted as a child because they saw this very talented young lady, and then they trained her, so she was training every day, like 10-15 hours a day, and winning all these competitions. And she went to the UK. She's now teaching at a Chinese school. She's the kung fu master at this Chinese school in London, and she has all these massive blokes with tattoos as her students, and she can throw them around, and oh, she's amazing. But she's very into the sleepy tiger eye gaze, and there was this because we were getting the eyes wrong. She went, no, eyes wrong, and then we were like, the eyes wrong. And then she went, look in my eyes, and then we did, and it was like, terrifying. So there was this almost like a sword. It was like looking at a sword coming down on you, looking in these. I was well impressed. I thought, I want to be like her. throwing these giant guys, tattooed thugs. They're all very nice thugs. They were bouncers. A lot of the bouncers train with her because she's just so amazing. Yeah. Not bad. Very flexible too. Amazing. So, that's it. Let's do Barry's one. So what you do is you make a fist, but you're stimulating your palace of the mind with your middle finger. So that's this one. If you're feeling a bit anxious, you can massage in there, and that can help you calm down. And you're stimulating your Laogong point, palace of the mind, Laogong point, with that, and squeezing, and then the arms come down. Now you can, sometimes Barry will lift his heels up when it's like that, and sometimes he'll lift it up there. I haven't quite managed to pin him down as to, I think it kind of depends on his mood. So have a play around with it, and we're going to do 40. We're going to do 40, so we want to be relaxed. I'll show it from the diagonal. Okay, ready? And begin. We punch up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm doing it like this today. 7, 8, 9, 10. Punch up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, halfway. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, show from the side, 33, 34. So use a natural elasticity in the arms to bring them back. 8, 39, 40, oh, one more time, 41, yeah. Posture check, posture check. Contact with the ground, feel that ground, very useful. I found it very useful, yeah, forward and back, turn the waist, feel it right to the fingertips. So this alertness through the arm, it's relaxed but alert. Soft focused gaze, soft focused feeling in the whole body. Very relaxed, comfortable, get comfy. So Eva Kaskuba always talks about feeling comfortable when you're doing a move. So you need to pay attention to what you're sensing. You want to listen to your body. So Barry goes, listen, be mindful, listen to you, be mindful, listen to your body, respect your body, pay attention to what you're doing. So, you know, we all naturally, the brain, it kind of switches off and goes different places. And that's fine. Just notice when it's happening, and then when you know, bring it back, like, oh, who was it? Maybe John Kabat-Zinn, the mindfulness guy, the mindfulness guru. John Kabat-Zinn, he taught mindfulness in hospitals with people that they'd basically written off, and the mindfulness actually helped them sort things out. So, doing these arts, you want to do it very gently, you want to be very gentle with yourself, and it's like training a puppy the right way. You want to just gently, you know, if it bounces off, come back, you know, come and have a treat, that's it, good dog. And you're just sort of gently encouraging yourself by being kind. So it was Valentine's Day on Monday, so I dedicated my whole day of Tai Chi teaching to loving your own self. Brilliant. Just, isn't my body brilliant? Fab. So you want to kind of continue that, and just noticing what's going on. Okay, wobbling. Let's do wobbling. So this morning Barry has changed Barry's macho arm swingy thing, and in order to try and remember what I did with him at 10 o'clock, 10:15, so this is fresh stuff, we're going to do it, we're going to do it next. And I like this version of his exercise better. I find it a bit easier on the knees. So we'll do that after this. So this is wobbling. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, circle, 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 circle. And you use your legs to generate the circular movement in the arms. Here we go. Dum, 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 dum. And again, if you're practicing this at home, subtle hint, you can try different speeds. So you can do like almost a vibrational version, and then you can do big slow version. And you can go, woo, big and slow. Okay. So, I just better put the alarm on so I know when I'm supposed to be doing the stretching. I just do that because then if I'm not careful I can end up running out of time, and it's nice to spend some time doing the stretching because it's quite pleasant. 12. I'll do it 12:35 so I know we'd better start stretching soon. So, what we're going to do is we're going to do Barry's exercise. So, before we'd go like that, but he's not doing that anymore. He's just going like this and then just letting the arms drop down, which is really nice. So we'll do, I think he does the turn, he does it straight first, then he does the turny ones, and then he does, goes like this, and does that a bit, and then he does the very elegant thing. And then when he goes down, this time his legs are straighter, and he's kind of bending down with slightly straighter legs, and then coming back up again. So he's modified it. He's modified it. So just I quite like it. You'll do an exercise, you'll get used to doing it one certain way, And then the teacher will go, oh, I'm doing it this way now. And you just go, oh, I only just learned that. So we relax. And he has his arms out quite straight. We'll do it in slow motion. This is the trial run. And then we just go, ugh, like you're in a bad mood. Yeah, Immortal Goes Skiing. Yeah, that's what I call it. Immortal Goes Skiing, because there's this, I don't know its real name. That exercise, a lot of them are called that exercise from Barry. So, here we go, let's try it. I think we've got it. 1, 2, 2, 3. It's very good for the shoulders, but keep everything relaxed, really relaxed. 4, 5, nice. 6, aha. 7, 8. Brilliant. Okay, next we go little turn. Hang on, I have to go because I'll bang them all. Bigger turn, little turn, bigger turn. 2, 3. There's a little bit of knee action, but as much as before. And I just prefer this. It's just quite nice. It just gets your arms going. 4, last one. And it also generates some heat. Okay, now what he does, this is like the Immortal Going Skiing, but I'll just show you. He just goes like this and then comes back up again. So you wanna like that. Okay, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. Show from the side. 4. Keep breathing, keep relaxed. 6, 7, and 8. Oh. Right, final one. This is my favourite bit. We'll do a trial run together. So you turn, you make a square shape with the arms, then you come back and you come up, and then you pierce down with the fingers, and he has a slightly like that, and then he turns, and then he comes up, and then he pierces down with slightly straighter legs. Before we used to do it like that, but he's now doing it like that. It's just, these things change with time, or we'll emphasise different bits. So here we go, ready, together. 1, 2, and pierce down, and 2. It's just good, like you're giving yourself more space in the body. 3, 4, or you can bend your knees if you'd rather do it with the knees bent, that's fine, it doesn't really... I only learnt this new version this morning, this very morning, so I was like, oh no, he's changed it, I know, I better teach it quick, while it's fresh in my mind. That's quite a bit of a swizz really, it's a bit of a Tai Chi teacher's trick. They learn something that very morning, teach it in the next class. Okay, then we're going to do one more each side. One more each side, that's lovely. Gosh, it's windy out there. And, okay, have a little shake out. Have water if you need some. We're going to start with the feet. So if you've got a mat, you can do, because we're going to do some stuff on the toes. So put a mat down, so you're not having to do toe things on a hard surface. Oh, you can see my feet better under that as well. So have some water, or I better plug my phone back in. Hang on. Feel free to pipe up with questions either by unmuting yourself or by putting a question or whatever in the chat. I'll try and read it. Have a bit of a shake out. Okay, toes. So we're going to wiggle the toes. Wiggle the toes. That's it. So the toe things I learned from Eva. Oh, the computer's doing strange things. Is that still working? Yeah, okay. Wiggle the toes. Whoops. Okay, now press the toes into the ground and then stretch them out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did toe things with Ever on Tuesday. I spent 3 hours with the Kaskubas, my teacher, Corella and Ever Kaskuba, that teach in Reading. I try and spend as much time as I can with them, because they always do cool stuff. So Eva's really into balance exercises. She's in her 70s now, and she's really working on balance and strengthening bone exercises. So I like to pay attention to what she's doing, because it's usually quite useful. Okay, great. Now what we're going to do is put the big toe down and lift the other toes up. Then put all the toes down, apart from the big toe, and lift that up. And when you put the toes back down, Eva says try and put each toe down singly. I can't at all, but she said it's good to practice. Imagine each toe can go down separately. They're not the same as fingers' toes, but they're not. You can. That's great. And then stretch out, that's it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to lift the heels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just remembered, Eva says you spat the feet down very kind of hard, if you can. 3, 4. I just remembered that. Sorry, 5. That's what we did on Tuesday. 7, 8, and then you can go 3, 4, 5, 6, and then just relax in the knees. Relax in the knees. 8, and then give your. Okay. Next, I'll show from the diagram. So she has her feet behind, and she pressed down. Just press down, and you want to feel your hips sink. And then, like that. So you get a stretch. So you hold it and then you just swap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. That's why it's good to have something soft underneath, because on the wooden floor it's a little bit too much. you want to be nice. You want to be nice. So sometimes she does it with the foot in front. What she did on Tuesday, she had the foot behind. So that's what I'm doing this week. But it can change, and you can have the foot the same, have the foot behind, you can have the foot in front, and each one does something slightly different. So go explore. I'm going to do foot behind press. So just give that a. So you press by sinking. By sinking. And we're checking the posture, and then you bend the I'm so glad I'm indoors. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So having more mobile toes can help, again, that can help with balance. Okay, yeah, put that away now so it doesn't form a trip hazard. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do some jumping around. So the guard. Now I learnt the guard in Sabat, French kickboxing. And you make a fist like that, a loose fist. This is straight. You want to make sure it's straight, so have a look at it, make sure it's straight, and then you have the elbows down. So you avoid chicken wings, like that. And then that can move. So in the olden days when I first learned Sabat, we'd actually stick the hands on our cheeks, so then we know to remember to keep the guard up. But what Ollie says now is answer the telephone. So you've got, and then you have the arms down. So if you need to protect this bit, you can go like that. If you need to protect your head, you can go like that. You can move around. And also, you don't want to be square on when we do, you want to be slightly sideways on, because that's a nice open target. You want to reduce your target area. So you reduce, this is a way of reducing the target area. You can protect the head, you can protect the head. But what we're going to do, we're going to do it like this first. And we're going to go da-dum, 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 da-dum. So that the feet kind of go ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. You can do it slower, ba-bum, 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 da-uh. If you don't want to go fast. I'm going to go fast. You have your arms up in the guard. There we go, and the elbows down. Terrifying. Sleepy tiger eyes. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, have a little rest. So normally at this point, Ollie and Barry would just continue, but we're taking it easy today. So, and we're looking at technique. We're looking at technique. So we've gone here. Now reduce our target area for ourselves. Sleepy tiger eyes, and there's a little look. You're looking, and it's the soft focus gaze goes slightly down. And imagine you've got like a steel energy coming out of your eyes. Or outside the softness of cotton, inside the temper of steel. No messing with us. And then what we're going to do for fun is we're going to go like this. We're going to go punch, back, punch. Oh, look at my feet. Ta-tum, ta-tum, ta-tum. I'm on the ball of my feet. I can do this for about this amount of time, but in Savat, we're doing it for the entire hour and a half. And then, you notice yourself turning into a bit of an elephant, but you just want to try and keep live and lively. And we're going to do a little jab punch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Right, check your posture first. Hang on, let me move this back a little. That should hopefully, yeah, a bit more footwork. So, okay, and we're going to do it with the jabs. And we're on the ball of our feet. Get your bounce. Remember the bounce? So it's bounce, but with the feet. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you can only do half, just do half. 7 and 8 and 2. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. We won't do star jumps or the other thing, but what we will do, this one's really good for the brain. So you go like that with the feet. Let's just do that with the feet. Actually, I'll turn the angle down, wait a minute. Okay, that's better. Boom, boom, boom. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Like that, okay. And then have a little rest. And then what we're going to do is we go 1, 2. Let's just do the hands and feet separate. Nice and slow. So remember, answer the telephone with the other hand. Answer the phone, 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 answer the phone. Elbows down, straight wrist. This is very good for building the strength in your arms. Okay, then what we do, for fun, my fun, we go like this. So start slow. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14. Okay, now a bit faster. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew, it's good, isn't it? So it's always good to play with different speeds. Okay, let's just do this. Oh. One more time. Oh. Okay, more leg exercises. What we're going to do is we're going to be in our guard. We're going to just swing our leg up, but slightly bent. So it just swings up and you don't have to go as high as me. You can just do a baby one. That's fine. It's to get this hip doing things, doing useful things. This hip joint. You've got a ball and socket joint in the hip, and it should be able to move around nicely. So we're going to swing up 10 times. We're going to change legs. We're going to swing up 10 times, change legs. We're going to do another 10 each side. And then we'll do more things. But again, you can do 5 and stop. You can do 8 and stop. You can do 4 and stop. You can do 10. You know, it's fun. Okay, get your guard up. And off we go. 1, 2, nice and easy. 3, I'll do it from the diagonal. 4, sleepy tiger eyes. 5, 6, 7, tall through the body. 8, 9 and 10. Fabulous. Let's do it again. So we've got 2 telephones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, start to overheat. 7, 8, 9 and 10. Other side. 10 more. Ready and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So stretching can help. You get higher leg. 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more the other side. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3. No Darren today. Never mind. 4, 5. I did send him the link. 6. I'll send him the video after. 8. Hi Darren. 9, 10. Okay. This one, you can do different levels. You can do a baby one and just do it like that. That's fine. And then when we do it the other way, do it like that. This is how I'm doing it, but you do it however works for you. So what we do is we come up, we kick that, and try and minimise. I'm going to have to take this off. Oh my God. I am overheating. I'm overheating. The other layer might come off. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is useful for the revers. 8, 9, 10. Change legs. Good posture. So you've got your feet flat on the floor. You're in bow and arrow stance. Gong bu. It's called gong bu in terrible Mandarin. We like this. Now remember, you can be a baby. You can do baby ones, and that will still mobilise the hip. Or you can just not do it at all. Ready? Oh, the children are playing piano. Excellent. Here we go. 1, 2. We made some gamelan last night from the kids. It was amazing. 5 out of kitchen stuff. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Now we do the same but opposite. So we bring the leg to the hand again. You can do a little one. That'll still mobilise your hip. It'll still work. You know, we don't have to show off. Ready? Go. 1, 2. I find this one really tricky. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fantastic. 10 the other side. So this is good practice for arm strength as well. Keep your arms up. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's perfect. 5. Again, you can do it higher, you can do it lower. It's all fine. 7, 8. I've got to be able to count. 9, 10. Oh, how character building. Have a little shake out. Okay, so the next move, have your feet together, and again you can do a like that. That's just perfect. Or you can kick your toes into your hands. I don't think Barry does this one anymore, but I like it. So get yourself just so you're in closed stance. Yeah, it's called Happo no Kama in Japanese. It was a 8 direction stance, I think it was called. I don't know what they call it in Chinese. Okay, here we go. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Oh. Again, if you need to sit down, if you need to lie down, feel free. I'll keep going. Oh. Calm the mind, calm the body. Regulate the breathing. Keep nice and calm, own your space. Oh. So I'm just trying to do a mental note. We've done, oh, yes. Character building, leg exercises, part 2. Right, I did these this morning. You might want to use a wall. In fact, do use a wall. So you grab hold of the wall, you chamber. Now, you can have it low, that's fine. I'm having it out. And then just for fun, we're just going to do 10. I'm going to try and do it, keeping my balance. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right. Barry told me to. He said, try and do it without using wall. So if I fall over, that's my problem. You use the wall. Use the wall. And then we chamber, we turn. And you look where you're, when I've done this with Ollie and Judy, look where you're kicking. So, turn. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Right. Right, I've done that bit. Now we're going to do, I will use the wall now. Stick out. We're going to do 10 ups and downs. So just doing 10 this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Find the wall the other side, or just use the same wall and just turn around, but then you won't be able to see the computer. So, find the wall the other side, and you stick out, and then you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. The next one, I'll demonstrate it and then I'll just use this ball. You go bent, straight, up, bend, straight, up, like that. 10 times. Ready? And begin. 1, 2, 3, up, straight, up, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Change sides. You don't have to do this if your legs won't let you. I'm turning around, doing it the other side. Okay, ready? Get yourself comfy, breathe, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Oh, thank goodness for that. That was almost 2 character building. Hands on the hips, check your posture. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Feet together, legs together. Now you can have your feet slightly out, that's fine. Or you can, they can be touching, it's fine. Put your hands on your knee and we're going to go circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, next. This one, you might need to use the wall, and that's perfectly fine. If you are using the wall, have the leg that's up on the outside. So for example, if I want to do this leg, and then I can lift my leg up, and then the other side, like that. You want the leg on the outside. Okay, hang on. tuck myself in. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to transfer the weight. We're going to lift, hand on the knee, hand on the foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you need to put your foot down, that's perfectly fine. I've been doing this and practicing this. Put the hands down. Ankles, 1. So again, you can use the wall. 2, 3, 4. We do 8. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Works. 8. And then we do 1, 2. Now, when Barry does it, his foot doesn't touch the ground at all in the whole exercise. 6, 7, 8. I'm not as good as him. Other way. 1, 2. It's good for the hip. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Marvellous. Okay, have a little shake out and then we'll do that the other side again. Use a wall. If you need to use a wall, it's fine. This isn't a competition. Transfer the weight. Cat stance first. Equalise your hips. Hips level, shoulders level. Use your picture to check. Pick up the knee, pick up the ankle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the leg go. Just let it fall where it fancies. 1, 2, 3. Eventually you can do this with your eyes shut. 5, that's what Emma says. 7, 8, 9, 10. Let the arms relax. Ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Forward and back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Round and round. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't worry if you wobble, it's fine. 3, 4. Barry doesn't. 6, 7, 8. Hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so have a little shake, have a little wiggle. Ha 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 ha. Shoulders. Nice and tall, nice and relaxed. We're going to turn the shoulder, we're going to go up, back, down and around. We're going to do that 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Same shoulder, opposite direction. 1, nice. 2, 3. So be kind to your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other shoulder, backwards first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Change directions. 1, 2, 3. There's a slight waist turn as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2. Very good for our string players, musicians. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolling forwards. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sink the hips. 7, 8. Rolling back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Over and under. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 stops. 9, 10. Oh, I like that. It's like you're in a stop. So that one's from Eva. She does these ones. Okay. Yes. Push away the mountain. Like this, like this. Push away the mountain. So you want to have good posture. I'll show you that from the side. It goes like that. 2, 3, 4. Keep a slight bend in the elbows at the end. 5, 6. So you're protecting the elbow joint. 7 and 8. Great. Okay. Yes. Stretch up. Make a fist. Turn it around. Bend the arm. Bend the arm first. Bend the arm. We're just travelling down the length of the leg. Up. Bend the arm. And so we get to stretch this side. 3, 4, 5. Oh, nice. 6, 7, and 8. Fantastic. Okay. Next, we'll do this one. 1. So we're rotating the arm. 2. This is a slight variation. We're just thinking more about a smaller movement. 4. It's smaller than usual. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and then Peng waves its wings. Now the Peng is a mythological bird. Just let me move this up a little. Is a mythological bird that's beautiful, and I found out on Tuesday that the Peng, one of its wings covers half of the planet Earth, and the other wing covers the other half of planet Earth. So, brilliant. In fact, apparently lots of different cultures have this Peng thing. Yeah. Okay, so we turn and we come up, and we turn, we stretch. Oh, watch out for the lampshade. Oops. 2, 3, 4. So imagine your wingspan covers half the earth. 5, 6, own your space. 7 and 8. Marvellous. Okay, try the other side. So Peng waves its wings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now this time we're going to do the whole planet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is fresh from Tuesday. We did this on Tuesday. We also did walking Peng, but we'll leave that for now. Iron butterfly. Iron butterfly qigong. We'll do 10. I'll talk us through it. So you're getting your horse started. You can have a baby horse. Have a baby horse, or you can have a ginormous cart horse. Whatever works. Okay, make a fist, and join in when you want, stop when you want. This is quite sort of harder than usual. So you make a fist. This is a round shape. Round shape. Here we go. And then sink this. Mine doesn't sink that well because I've got an interesting shaped spine. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. So rest when you need to. 4. Stop when you need to. 5. Change it when you need to. 6. Yeah. 7. You're an iron butterfly. Grr. 8. 9. Fantastic. And 10. Okay, now this next one's good for the breathing and the lungs. So tap your left shoulder. Tap your left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right shoulder. 1, 2, up, 3, oh gosh. 4. Left shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 2, 3, 4. 6, 2, 3, 4. 7, 2, 4, and 8, 2, 3, 4. Bring the feet in, interlock the fingers, stretch up, sink the hips, look to, turn to your left, sleepy tiger eyes to the left, turn to your right, sleepy tiger eyes to the right, over, come back to the middle, over, come back to the middle, legs straight, back straight, bend forwards, then bend your legs, lift your heels off the floor, open the chest, show that from the front. Then push down with your feet to come back up, and then we do 2 more reps. We stretch up, we turn to the left, we turn to the right, over to the left, back to the middle, over to the right, back to the middle, legs straight, back straight. Open the chest, nice and open, and then we do it again, stretch up. Turn to the left, come back, turn to the right, come back, over to the left, come back, over to the right, come back. So we won't have time to do Garuda today, sorry about that, and come back up. Okay, let's do, we'll do this one, stretch up, make a fist. Now keep a straighter arm, so it's just a gentle curve, slightly stronger stretch. 2, 3. Remember, if you need to have water, have some. 4, 5, 6. Keep a straightish arm if you can. 7. So it makes a lot stronger stretch on your QL, quadratus lumborum. 8. Marvellous. Okay. Yes, neck. So check the posture up. We're just going to very gently turn the head, not too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then cycles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Hands on the shoulders. We're going to do it with the spinal wave. I'll just show you that from the side. So you come up like this, and then you do the shoulder, come back, out and down. Okay, that was our trial run. Let's go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, and then Barry does it like this. 3, I quite like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, dragon serves teacups 10 times. Ready? And begin. 1, nice and big this time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we'll do a little bit of, have some water, and then what we're going to do is a little bit of punching. So what we're going to do is we're going to go cross, hook, cross. Now you want your legs quite sort of close, you're in this kind of stance, you want your legs quite close together. We're going to go cross, hook, cross, going to move around. We'll do that 5 times. I'll just move this down a bit so you can see my feet. Okay, ready? And begin. 5 times. 1, move around. 2, so just in your own time. 5, nice. That'll do. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. Just as a little thing, we'll do that 5 times. So front hook, rear hook, front hook, fouette, fouette, fouette. Now you can be low. Those of you that have done this before, you can do a high one if you want. Or you can do a medium, whatever you want. When you punch, remember you're answering the phone. Okay, here we go. Ready? 5 times, begin. Hook, 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 fouette, fouette, fouette. We're just practicing them. This isn't an actual combination I'd use, but it's just useful for practicing your kicks and your punches. Hook, 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 fouette, fouette. Let's say 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 5. Front, rear, front. Rear, front. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to go uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4. That will fox you. Okay, here we go. Uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. Fouette, revers lateral, kick. Actually, let's just do that. That's going to be easier, isn't it? Okay. Front uppercut, rear uppercut, front uppercut. Fouette, revers lateral, chassé bas. Front uppercut, rear uppercut, front uppercut. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. I think this is the last one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What relief. Let's do some ground stuff. So we'll have a look at kicks and punches properly in a set. So now we set up your floor space. We're going to be doing some rolling around and stuff. So I'll put that there. And then I'll put my mats out. So I've got a few exercise mats. Okay, so what we're going to do is just sit down. Have your feet flat. Oh, sorry, I just moved this down. Yeah, don't worry about, just join in as much as you can. This really isn't boot camp. I am seriously overheating. I have to pop it. Sorry. Striptease time. Okay. Oh, God. Dear, oh dear. I'm just overheating. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we like this. We go like that. 1, 2, 3. If you want to put your hands down, you can. We're just dropping this. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now we do 8, but we move around. Go 1, and then just have a little twist. Come back up. 2, have a little twist. Come back up. 3, a little twist. Come back up. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now 1, whoops, please just move. 1, come up, come back, change. 2, come up, back, change. 3, come up, back, change. 4, come up, back, change. 5, come up. Actually, yeah, let's do some punching. 6, 1, 2, 3, back, change. 7, 1, 2, 3, back, change. 8, 1, 2, 3, back, change. Okay, now we're going to go like this. Stretch up. 1, 2, 3. Take your whole body off the floor. 4, 5. Yeah. 6. Push. That's it. 7 and 8. Okay, now for fun, this because it's too slidey around here. I'm going to come proper. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, remember, answer the telephone, we kick, and then we come back. Kick, 2, 3, 4. Answer the phone with the other hand, 5. So you can still fight from the floor. 6, very useful. 7, 8. So Barry learned these from a Salat teacher. I think they're from Penjak Salat, I think he mixes with all the martial artists. He's great. Okay, next, what we're gonna do, I'll see if that works. We're gonna kick, we're gonna step back, we're gonna go jab, cross, hook, hook. We're gonna come, go like that, kick, come back, jab, cross, hook, hook, come back. So we can, right, let's do that. I'll tuck this in. Okay, ready? And begin. Kick, jab, cross, hook, hook, step up. 2, kick, let's, jab, cross, hook, hook, step up. 3, kick, back, jab, cross, hook, hook. Yep. Kick, step back, come up, jab, cross, hook, hook, step up. Step, kick, 5, jab, cross, hook, hook, come back. 6, kick, jab, cross, hook, hook, come up. 7, jab, cross, hook, hook, come up. Last one, 8, kick, jab, cross, hook, hook. Nice. Okay, next, roly-polies. I'll show you this. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to check the time. 47, okay. We'll do a bit of stretching as well. Put my jump back on in a minute. So we're going to roll. 1, 2, keep your head off the floor. 3, 4, 5. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to come back with a straight leg, but we're still going to practice punching. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 punches. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, next. You lie down like this, you come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. Finally, 1, 2, 3, 4. Chops. Downward chop, downward chop, downward chop, downward chop. Up. Downward chop, downward chop, downward chop, downward chop. We just do 4 of those. Downward chop, downward chop, downward chop. Right, while we're there, I'm going to put my t-shirt back on. I'm going to do a little bit of stretching because we deserve it. Okay. So, stretching. There we go. So, have your legs out. And stretch up. That's nice. Turn. like this. Now when Barry does this, he can get his whole chest area flat on the floor. I mean, it makes you sick really, but we'll just manage. One. We'll do the rubbish version. 3, 4, 5. But the more you do it, the more bendified you get. 7, 8. Round the other way. 1, 2, 3. He is teaching a stretching class at 7 o'clock tonight. Highly, highly recommended. 8. All the teachers, go to all the teachers' classes. Okay, right, now we go up. And don't worry if you can't, if you can't do this. So I put my hand there, I put my hand over the top. Now when Barry does it, he can get both his hands right down to his heel. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We come back up. We and just that. There we go. So yeah, I'm not very flexible at all, really, but never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. That's great. And just give your legs and then we just do 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is, okay. Let's massage down the legs. Be nice to your legs. They work hard today. And then be nice to your other legs. Good bit of self-massage, very good. Okay, and then we'll okay, then this one goes like this. We're nice and tall. And we'll just bend down. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Dear, chain. Yeah. And then off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you lengthen along the spine. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. And then what we'll do, bring that in, that one in front, that one behind. I'll show you from the diagonal, lengthen through the spine. We're just going to stretch forwards. I'll take my specs off. We stretch forwards like that. So you want to stretch this bit and this bit. And then stretch that arms. Just feel the lower back release and relax. And then we can kind of go around a bit that way. Cool, that wind's really picking up. Go around the other way. Bring the arms like this. And then come back up. Try that the other side. Stretch forward. Go one way. Go the other way. Bring the arms back, and then come back up. Yeah, okay. Knees on the floor. Now, you might want to put something underneath your head. Just rest the head on the floor, bring the knees in. And then we squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, squeeze, release, round and round in a circle, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, round and round in a circle, the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you put your legs down, just let me check how we're doing for time. Oh gosh, 5 minutes to go. We've got about, well, we started a bit late, so we'll carry on till 5 past. But what you do is bring the feet in and then just let the knees go to one side and then flop your hands so the palm is up and then turn your head in the opposite direction. You're just going to lie there. Oh, that's nice. So all very relaxed. I like this, is my favourite bit of the class, just lying around. Lie around and relax. Now we come back to the middle and then you let the legs flop the other side, keep the knees bent and we're just lying down and we're stretching along the back. Oh, that's so nice. Excellent. Okay, and we come back to the middle again. Now put your leg and hook it on the knee and pull the knee down with your foot. And then that gives a slightly stronger stretch. I'm turning my head to the side. And then come back to the middle. Hook the knee and up. Okay, then we'll do an impression of a pretzel. We're doing our pretzel impression. So you bring that like that, you bring that leg over, and then you kind of pull and stretch that way. And then you stretch that way. And then you swap your legs around. You grab and then we go like that. Okay, and then remove these things. I will move this back up. And then we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Very nice. Okay, just breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more time. That's great. Okay, so for fun, again, use a wall. This isn't, you know, we're not in a competition here. Use a wall. So I'm not going to use a wall, but that's only because Barry says not to for me. But you lot, you can use a wall and it's all fine. We're going to do Barry's horrible leg exercises. Yay! Barry's nasty exercises. They're great fun. So what you do is you bring your feet together and you make the prayer thing. And then, see if I can remember, you grab hold of your foot and we just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use a wall if you need to. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. He always does these at the end. 18, 19, 20. Just when you think you're off the hook. Okay, now you go and press the bus thing. 1, 2. Imagine you're like super person. 5, 6, 7, 8. Looks like my leg's fallen off, doesn't it? 10, 11, 12. Oh God, I'm giggling now. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Well done. Good effort, everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tall through the body. 9, 10, 11, 12. I don't know the name of this exercise. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I call it Barry's character building leg thing at the end of class when you want to sit down and have a cup of tea. Okay, here we go. Other leg. Again, use a wall if you need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. How to wait at the bus stop. Try it. 8. Daily life training. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. And then we go, oh, look at that. 4, 5, 6. Try it outside doing this. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And then we go back. So we're feeling this open. 8, whoops, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good effort, good effort. 18, 19, 20. And then we go back. Right, we're just going to do, oh God, how are we doing for time? Have I overrun? Oh, not that much. We better finish this off, get your money's worth. So, like this, and then apparently Barry can get it to his ear. 1, 2, I can't, 3, 4, 5, 6, so it's horrible, isn't it? 9, 10, 11, I should be more straight. This should be straight, it's not, this is terrible. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, oh God. I think he just does this for a laugh, you know, seriously. Okay, here we go. Right, yeah, focus on what you're doing, less on the chat, come on. We're right near the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. What if the wind changes? 17, 18, 19, 20. We'll get stuck like it, won't we? Oh my God. Right. Yeah, we might as well. Right. We grab the foot like that, and then we straighten the leg if you can. Don't worry if you can't. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Think of the T. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I can't even have a biscuit because I ate them all yesterday. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Very good. And we go back to prayer position. Thank goodness for that. I'll check the chat and then we better finish off very, very quickly. You can have too much of a good thing. Yeah, Barry McRubber, that's his name. Barry McGinley is really called Barry McRubber. I'm sure if he dropped him, he'd probably just bounce. I'm sure of it. So, nice and tall. Let's do nice things. Oh, just you know, forget it ever happens. Just move along, yeah? Let it all go. Look natural, everybody. Nothing to see. Oh, it's great. Just found out I'm going to be teaching a bunch of refugees in the mosque in a couple of weeks. Very happy about that. Brilliant. Brilliant. And there we go. Oh. Okay, let's just do open, close. So we just go open, breathe in, close. Open, close. So we're just making some space in the body. Open, close. Open, close. And then once more with feeling. There we go. Lovely. Okay, and then just, yeah, wave hands like clouds. Don't worry if you've not really done this before. Just do a thing. Just join in. Join in this, you know, just. Nice and relaxed. Nice round shape, arms floating. Just want to. Okay, and then back to this one right at the beginning, what we did right at the beginning. See if it feels any different. See how we've got a bit more room in the body? Very nice. Okay. Breathe in. Calm the mind. Calm the body. Regulate the breathing. Triple heater, so go up on the tippy toes and downward, lift the heels more, push out, come down. Tippy toes, you go up, that's it, and down. So heels leave the floor, heels higher, and then go up onto the toes if at all possible. And then we do one more, it's triple heater, Sanjiao exercise, triple heater. And then embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. So I think I've got to do some painting with the children next. So that's quite, I'm quite excited about that. That'd be good. One more time. Now let's look extra young this afternoon. So I put my glasses on here like this, and then rub the hands together. So those of you that were in this morning's class will have extra young looking faces. Woo! Polish the face. So, and I'm going to send this one to Darren. So you've got to do every single of these exercises, Darren, perfectly. Yeah. And then, and then rub the hands together, and then give the lower back a rub. Oh, what a relief. Do you know that's the best bit of the class next to the tea break, isn't it? You know. Or hot chocolate. It's good to have hot chocolate on a windy day. I like hot chocolate with the, you know, the sprinkles and the cinnamon. Very nice. Okay. Embrace the tiger. Return to the mountain. Well, I thought we all did incredibly well today. You can reward yourselves by being kind to yourself the entire day now. We deserve it. And own your space. Okay, one more time. Oh, and just stand for a moment. Really own your space. Feel comfortable, feel calm. Connect to the ground. Breathing. Oh, wonderful. And then make a fist with the right hand, left hand over the top. Bring your feet together and bow. Brilliant. Round of applause, everybody. That was wonderful. Well done. Great. Okay. I'll stop the video.